Yeah, no, there's lots of them. So I was very lucky to ride for, all the big yards, Twisted Davis, David Nicholson and Martin Pipe, obviously.
Yeah.
And with those yards, they've got some good horses and there's always some good stories. So.
Okay. Now, obviously you come from a racing family yourself. Your dad, Ken, was a former trainer and Marie's involved with your PR. Can you tell us a little bit about them? And secondly, can you also tell us whether you ever considered an alternative career to racing, given your sort of close connections to the sport?
I think for about 6 months I wanted to be a footballer, like every other young chap.
Yeah. Then you came to your senses.
Yeah, but I was quite a decent little footballer. But yeah, racing's always been. I've never even considered doing anything else, to be honest with you. Like I said, I've always been one-tracked, and I've always been the same no matter what I do. It's just one thing's on my mind, very blinkered, and that's what I do.
And you must have learnt a lot from your father regards to training as well, throughout the years.
Oh yeah. You pick things up. You pick things up from various people. And, obviously Dad trained a lot of winners, and you learn a massive amount from there, obviously. But you pick it up from everywhere, really. And then you have your own ideas, and training horses. It's not rocket science. There's you can go. I can take you around 50 different trainers, and I can guarantee you 50 different trainers will be doing it 50 ways differently.
Yeah.
But they're all having winners. The bottom line is training horses is all about getting the horse.
Yeah.
Getting a good horse. You can't train crap. If you've got a good horse, you'll win racing. If you haven't got a good horse, you won't win racing. There's no science behind it.
No.
And generally speaking, it's the more money you spend, the luckier you get. So I think the bottom line that what it boils down to is you've got to have the owners that have got a few quid to actually want to spend the money to buy the better horses.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
And it's as simple as that. There's no science behind it.
And how many horses do you have in training at the moment?
I think we've got about 16 in at the moment.
Yeah. And apart from the three that you've mentioned, are there any others that we should be looking out for, sort of in the near future?
Yeah, you've got Reggie's Ruby for the summer, Dirty Bertie for the summer. We've got some quite nice summer horses. Also Red Flash, he's all right. There's plenty of horses that are winning their grade, so hopefully we'll have another good year like we have done this year.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I'm just going to ask you some sort of general interest questions, because people are always quite nosy about the most random of details. So could you start by saying what your sort of favourite racecourse is?
Without any hesitation, all the Midlands tracks. I love Stratford, I love Warwick, Worcester, Hereford. It goes a bit further afield there.
Yeah.
But Stratford, I think Stratford. I love Stratford, because as a kid when I used to drive home, Stratford was halfway home.
Yeah.
I always used to drive through Stratford to get to home. So I love Stratford. I love having runners now. I love having winners there. It's a local track really, and obviously Cheltenham.
Yeah.
But I think Stratford. I think Stratford is a little gold mine. I love Stratford.
Yeah, well, I haven't been there, so I might have to make the trip up. Can you also say what your favourite sort of horse is? It could be an old legend or a sort of current one that you have or someone else has got at the moment.
Favourite horse? Well,
it's one of those tricky questions.
It's like most of your favourite horses are the ones that have actually won, but the reason that is because you probably have them around a bit longer.
Yeah.
And you get to know them, but I think my favourite horse above everything really is a horse called Runshan.
Yeah.
Closely followed by the Giant Bolster, closely followed by a horse called Consonant.
Okay, well I'll have to look that one up.
Consant, I think. He won us about 6 6 or 7 races.
Great. Okay. And outside racing, I know there's probably not a lot of time for other things, but what are your interests outside racing when you have the time?
Motorbikes.
Okay. I didn't know. Yeah. Where do you ride yourself, or what have you got?
I've got a Giant Bolster.
Ah, so is that an old sort of classic?
Yeah, 1972.
Ah, great. So we can see you round the lanes of Cheltenham in that case.
You possibly could do, yeah. I just, yeah, I like shiny bikes, and, you know.
Yeah, is that from a restoration point of view as well, or?
Just probably just a little bit of a petrol head on the quiet, really.
Yeah, that's always good. I guess fast horses and fast bikes.
Well, fast or slow horses, really.
Just a few just random questions of what's your favourite sort of music or movies and.
No, I'm not really into music. Whatever the kids are listening to.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, the last word. What would you like to sort of achieve throughout your racing career next? A bit of a big question at the end.
Well, to be honest with you, I as a jockey, I sort of achieved basically everything I wanted to achieve. I was very happy. I think the problem with most people, is they expect too much out of life.
Yeah.
I don't expect, nothing owes you anything. You know what I mean? Nothing owes you a living, or nothing owes you anything. I'm just grateful for what I've had and what I'm getting. So I have no real, I'm as ambitious as anybody else, but I live in reality. I'd like to say I'd like to win the Gold Cup Champion Hurdle Grand National, but if I haven't got those type of horses, there's no point sort of saying I'd like to win them, because it's silly.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'd just like to continue as we are and stay healthy and keep enjoying it.
Which is the main thing, isn't it?
Nick a few quid here and there, and that's it, really.
Yeah. Well, great. Thanks very much for taking the time to chat this morning.
That's
and
all right. When does this go on then? When does it go on your blog? Is it?
yeah, on lovetheraces.com. So I'll send when I've got it all up, I'll send the link to Marie, and you can have a look.
Yeah, because Marie does our website, and she does all bits and bobs for us. And got
Okay.
us on Twitter and got us on Facebook. And
Yeah. So when I've got it all written up, or we've also obviously recorded it, so I'll if it comes out, I'll send you a link to both, and it's a good interview, so hopefully you'll get lots of interest.
fantastic.
Yeah. Well, great. Thanks very much, David. It's been
No
a pleasure.
problem. I'm sorry I didn't do it over the computer, but it takes me half an hour to write hello. I'm a one-fingered man when it comes to
That's all right.
things,
I think this is better anyway, actually. So.
Yeah, because Lucy, my wife, said, "Oh, do you have to do these sort of questions?" I said, "Oh, bugger that." I said, "I'm not doing that." I said, "I don't mind speaking to somebody, but I ain't writing it out."
That's all right. No, you
Yeah.
you tend to think too much when you have to write it out, actually, I find.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, David, and we'll send you the link through when we've got it all finalised. I've got it all
Yeah, no
finalised.
problem at all.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
No problem, Eliza. See you soon.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye.